Hello again. Things are happening now, um, and it's going to get quicker and quicker, and more painful. And I don't know. Most of it could have been avoided. I find it hard to believe that you wait until you're suffering before you ask for help, before you ask for forgiveness, before you ask for mercy, confirmation, and you know you're not going to get any. Not because there's no compassion and no mercy, but because you didn't show any. Because you didn't stop when you should have stopped. You see how this is going to go. I'm not going to name all of it, but do you see how it is? And you obviously don't because, you haven't suffered enough, it appears. But you can't see it until you really suffer. You just can't think, what if? Like you have to go through it before you understand it. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, bear in mind, please bear in mind, I know you won't, it doesn't matter. You were offered love. You were offered the chance to keep what you had. You were offered the chance to have a beautiful life. Months ago, weeks ago, you were offered that chance and you ignored it. You've been warned, advised, pre notified, however, whatever kind of language you talk. You had the opportunity to be in a good place, but you wanted to be in an even better place. Like you were vindictive, you were hateful, spiteful, envious, narcissist, whatever, all of those things that you were. And, I don't care if it triggers you because it's supposed to trigger you to help you be a better person, to help you have a better life. If you can't see that, your life gets worse. Are you listening? If you cannot see that because you're a bad person, your life is getting worse, your life is going to get worse. Like if you think it's bad, it's going to get worse because you're not learning. You're not learning. You're not listening. You're not understanding. And you are not learning. Listen, please listen. You are fully aware of everything that was aimed at me. Everything. And yet here I am. Is my life better than yours now? Simple question. Is my life better than yours now? There's only one difference between me and you. I have faith and you don't. I have faith and you don't. Now, that faith is in a loving, caring mother and father. In a world of love. Excuse me. Trying to stop me speaking still. Flipping heck. Even when I'm trying to help you. I don't know. Listen, even in your false matrix, even in your false matrix, what's the most powerful thing that you couldn't stop? Thousands of years. What has been known to be the most powerful thing? You should know because you tried to destroy it. What's the most powerful thing? Love. Simple. Now, I don't believe that it's the highest frequency. Some people tell me that it is, but I believe being authentic is the highest frequency. I believe if you can stand in that moment and every moment in the now, in total belief in yourself, in total self-love, that's the highest frequency. In my opinion. I don't know. I'm not a scientist and I don't care. I see what works. I look for the truth and then I tell you the truth as I see it. And you don't have to believe a single word of it. I don't care. But in this truth that I'm telling you, you're suffering now and I'm not. And yet, if we go back a few years, if we go back a few months, see how that works. Now, my power of love, and when I say mine, people around the world, 144,000, however you want to look at it. But my power of love, no, you can't separate it. You can't. There's no way. My connection to mom and dad, you can't separate. There's no way. And yet you did when I behaved like you. When I was just the same as you managed to do it. When I thought like you were able to do it. And you were quite happy to see me suffer so you could have a better life. And then one day, your foot on my head was a little bit too much. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like everything that I do for you, everything that I do to give you the life that you want, you can't even let me have the same life as you. Everything that I do, everything that I suffer. So you say, oh, you don't do nothing for me. Yes, I do. I suffered for you to have the life you wanted, as did many others. But we suffered for you. We worked for you and we suffered for you. So you could live the life you wanted. And you never gave it a thought. And even now, when you were pre-warned or whatever it is that you want to say it was, notified, heads up, whatever it is, even when you were told, just do the right thing. You still wanted to keep your foot on our heads. I didn't want to share it. Excuse me. So, rightfully, please listen, you need to learn. Rightfully, we should just go, F you, F you. The worst possible, whatever could be the worst possible. Let it happen. Do it. Without a word of warning. without a single word of warning. You happily, foot on head, going about your life, enjoying all of the things that you have one day, and then the next, nothing. Where you are now. That's how it could have happened. That's exactly how it could have happened. But love is all powerful. And love was offered, refused. And love was offered, refused. And love was offered, refused. And you were warned, if you kept refusing that love, if you kept refusing that love, like the give and take love, I love you, you love me. Not you take everything from me, whether I want to or not. So we get to the point where, after all of those warnings, something has to be done. Now, in my mind, I am normally a one warning person. One warning. I don't think that I should have to say the same thing twice. Right, somebody's doing something wrong. Enough is enough. One warning is enough to tell you, stop doing it. Do you know why that is? Because most of the time, I'm talking to children who understand right from wrong, who understand when they have been told no, it means no. But you people, you don't understand no. You think you're more powerful than love, and you think you're more powerful than the word no. So you take and abuse people because of it. Take what you want because you think you have the power. Excuse me. More information. Ah. So you take what you want because you think you have the power. In different ways. One, because you make people fearful of you, whether it be your size or the amount of people that are there, or your status, or the fact that you have lots of money. And now you don't have lots of money. So you may be, I'm not saying this is the case. I'm not saying that this is what should happen. You may be now in the position where everybody else was. But what hasn't happened to you yet, you think it can't get worse. It can get worse. Oh, yes. It can get a lot worse. Now, I'm asking for you people to do the right thing. Give out the information. Some information is trickling out. But I want the real information and I want it out. And I want the world to know what it is that you've been hiding for these thousands of years and everything that you've known. Now, the getting worse, listen, you don't think it can get worse, but it can get worse. The getting worse is that people treat you the way you've been treating other people, which means they don't care about you. There's plenty of them out there. When they know you're vulnerable, if they know you're vulnerable, like you did, you made people vulnerable and then you preyed on them, used them, abused them, brutalized them, as though they were nothing. You're not in that position yet. You're not in that position yet. Like you're losing money and everything. Yeah. We've all been there. But you haven't had people such as yourself taking those people and using them for their own pleasure and then just discarding them. That hasn't happened to you yet. So you don't know what it feels like to go through that. I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying anybody should go through it. I'm saying you haven't been through that and you think it can't get worse, but it can get worse. Trust me. You know it can get worse because you put those people through it. And they are traumatized by those events. So just a heads up for you people whose dominoes haven't fallen yet, who don't want to do the right thing, who still insist that they can turn this around, that they can give to me, to the others, the kind of life that they don't want to have. Now, unfortunately for you people who don't want to do the right thing, who have been warned, notified, however you want to take it, I don't care. Don't care. Tell the people what you did. Tell the people what you hid. Because at some point, because you don't do it unless you're suffering, in order for you to do the right thing, you're going to have to suffer. It's only fair. You've done it for thousands of years. You've made people suffer. Maybe you need to know how bad that suffering was. You see, you're still trying to put me in a low vibration. I'm way, no offense, you might be rich, you might be famous, you might be all of these things, you might think you've got power, but me, I'm up here. You're down there. That's not an insult, it's a fact. Your vibration is down there, my vibration is up here, and I don't care what you do. I'm just the messenger. And I'm telling you, you need to do the right thing. And if you don't do the right thing, at that point, lessons need to be given. It's just the way it is. If you don't want to end up feeling like you made other people feel, I suggest you listen to me. You see, please listen, because this really is for you, not for me. You carry on doing what you're doing, things get worse, and they will. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't care whether you believe it. Things will get worse. Listen, this is the most important bit that you need to understand. For me, I knew I had faith that mum and dad were there to help me. I'm here, you're there. Going forward, you have no one to help you. Listen, you have no one to help you. No one. If you don't believe in mum and dad, in God, I think it's in your own Bible. It's in the Bible about mother setting the rules. Oh, no, there's only a God. Well, why is it written in the Bible? The Bible that you say has got everything. Why is it in that book that you say has everything, even though there's loads of contradictions and that in there? How is it that the God that you talk of talks about the rules of mother setting? So you read the book and you have no idea what it's talking about. And you read the book and you ignore the fact that it says mother. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. But you don't have these people to turn to because you don't believe in them. So who's going to help you? Seriously, I'm asking the question. Who is going to help you? Like, for us poor people that believe there is a God, whichever religion it is, I don't care. Doesn't matter. Religion's bullshit. For us people that, poor people that believe in God, mum and dad, and we're stuck, we can pray to mum and dad, and they will help us win the lottery, get the jackpot on the horses or whatever. We can pray for that. Now, if you don't believe, if you don't listen, you don't believe, and you have nothing, who's going to save you? So if I were you, I'd seriously consider looking at your options. And I'm not just talking to the people that have lost everything, because it'll only take you a day, no matter how rich you are, take you a day, and you'll be in the same position as them. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm trying to help you. You all had this chance to maintain some semblance of lifestyle by doing the right thing. Instead, you tried to destroy people. You tried to change things, change the path, whatever it is, all that bullshit that you're trying to do. You're trying to clone, you're trying to use drones, you're trying to do AI, you're trying to manipulate the weather, you're trying to do all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Get your doctor doing his stuff. It doesn't matter where it is. Michigan, doesn't matter. Congo, doesn't matter. New Zealand, doesn't matter. Washington, doesn't matter. Oh, I saw your picture, by the way, honey. I saw all your friends as well. Lots of mics. I'm home. These ascensions, the body goes through a few things. My nose is running for no reason. I don't know why. So, I'm trying to help you, help yourself, and you don't want to listen, and that's fine. It's fine. You don't have to listen, and you don't have to believe me. But you are suffering, and I thought I'd better tell you, in order that you don't suffer forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, maybe you need to change your mindset. Just saying. You see, if you look at me, imagine my head is full of colors, rainbows. Let's say a rainbow. My head is a rainbow. And your head is just black. No colors, just black. Inside, not outside. But when you look at me, you just see black. Even though my head is full of rainbow colors, you just see black. Because you can't see me. You have no comprehension of me. It doesn't exist in your head. You can't work it out. You can't see it. You don't understand it. So you have to listen. Well, you have to listen, but you have to try and think, well, what if? What if I lose everything? I'll talk to people that lost everything. I'll talk to those that are going to lose everything. What if I do lose everything? What if I end up getting brutalized and abused by people who don't give a toss about me? Who will save me? Because I don't believe in mum and dad. Listen, it won't be you. You're the very same person, you, all of you, you're the very same person that lost it all. What you did helped you lose it all. So looking to you to get it all back, no. Because you're the very reason you lost it. Listen, you need to understand. The only reason you had it, the only reason you had it was not you. It wasn't you, you stupid narcissist. It wasn't you, you evil, greedy son of a bitch. Whoever you are, whatever avatar you're under, it wasn't you. It was the energy of the person you were feeding off. That's who made you powerful. That's who made you rich. That's who gave you the lifestyle you're accustomed to. That person, those people, me, whoever it was, it doesn't matter. So when you lose it, listen, when you lose it all, and you will, because you're still behaving the same way, you're not listening. When you lose it all, you will not be able, to get it back because you never made it in the first place. It wasn't you. See, you're black in here. You've got nothing in here. All those colors, all those ideas, all of those things that you did was from someone else. That intellectual property doesn't belong to you. You stole it from someone else using their energy. So now, as that immature individual being, whatever it is that you are, whatever age you are, you act like a child. Now, I spoke to you as an adult, giving you that grace that you are an adult. Listen, that you behaved like the immature child that you are. I'm not lying. I don't care if you get angry. Look where you are. Look where I am. I'm trying to help you. And I don't care if you like it or not. It will help you. Or you'll take no notice and your life will get worse. And I don't care. Because I helped you. I offered that hand. I offered it. You just slapped it away. But I offered it. So going forward, I may, in fact, unfortunately for some, be the teacher, the guru, the master, the edifier. That's who I might be. Or the 144,000 of us. Somebody did a video today and talked about a corrupt judge. Well, I didn't say corrupt judge. I say corrupt judge. They didn't. They just said a judge that wanted to bring a criminal back into the country that he was shipped out of. There's only one reason why that would happen. Because they're in bed together, in whatever way that is. Because as a judge who's supposed to uphold the laws, edicts, whatever all of those fancy words are, as a judge, nothing to do with you. It went above you. But as a judge, looking at a criminal who's done some bad things, why do you want that person back? Why are you bothered? Why aren't you bothered about the miscarriage of justice done to those people you presided over? Why aren't you bothered about the miscarriage of justice to the people that are left on the streets? Because of rich, wealthy people. Like, why aren't you making an effort to get those things sorted? To me, those people in power that abuse it are worse than anyone else. And I don't think they should be treated differently because it's worse than anyone else. But I think they should be called out, exposed, a bit like, that Letitia James, whatever her name is, who think that having a position of power means they can hurt anybody they want, go after anyone they want because of how they believe in this matrix. No, no. See, there are laws for a reason. And we have to follow those laws. And no one's above those laws. And until the laws are changed, then people should follow them the way that they are. And if they're unjust laws, then they should be changed. See, there are certain people around the world who, listen, who think it's up to them what the laws are. Is it? Don't you think it's up to God what the laws are? Don't you think it's up to God who lives on the land, how much land they have, how it's distributed? It's not up to you to take it off people. It's not up to you to get rid of people in order that you can have the land. It's not up to you to manipulate the weather in order that you can have the land. Do you see where I'm going with this? There was a lot of information. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. Over thousands of years that people think is buried or lost. It's not. And some of it's coming to fruition or to the surface. And some of it's been exposed by AI and blah, blah, blah. Now, I've told you that the information will come out. And I've asked you to put it out to the world in your own volition. But it seems that you're a little bit deaf. And the information is coming out already through different sources, which makes you null and void if you don't do what you're supposed to do, which means you're acting in a way that is not good. Hear me all, listen good. Which means, listen, which means karma, not dharma. So you've been warned, told, notified, proved, whatever the words are. However you want to take it. I don't care if you think that I'm threatening you with warnings. Okay? You want to think I'm threatening you with warnings. Did those things happen? Yes. That's like having the air raid siren going off and bombs dropping. You're going to blame me for the bombs dropping? Because I set the air raid siren off? Is it my fault? No. Is it your fault that people are attacking you? Yes. Because you're attacking yourself. It's your fault. Everything you're doing is coming back. What you reap, you shall sow, wherever it is, all those things, what goes around comes around, blah, blah, blah. You're doing it to yourself. And I'm telling you, please listen. I'm telling you, these things that you're doing that aren't very good are having a negative impact on you. Like you're suffering because of these bad things that you're doing to other people. It's coming back and you're having a negative impact because of the negative impact you want to impose on other people. It's not going to them. They're not having any air raid sirens. Those planes went across. Oh, no. They're coming back to you. So those bombs will be dropping on you. Just because. They will be falling on you. They are your own bombs, missiles, whatever it is. And I'm just figuratively speaking. I'm not saying that's what happened. So in order that you don't have those things happen, what's the best thing to do? Now work it out. Seriously, what's the best thing to do? Stop. And the rest. Stop attacking people. Like, let that sink in. Stop attacking people because it's not getting to them. It's getting to you. Confirmation. It's getting to you. You're the person suffering because you're the person doing it. I'm just the person going, woo, 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 woo. Take shelter, take shelter. The flipping stuff that you're doing is going to flipping hit you. You're going to blame me. Woo, woo, woo. What? You're crazy, greedy, selfish, narcissistic, whatever it is, whatever floats your boat. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Not angry, not excited, not anything. Just telling you the truth. In a way that you may or may not understand it. I don't care. In a way that you may or may not believe it. I don't care. But in a way that I've said it. So listen, when they fall on you, when you have nothing and it's all gone, when you get brutalized and victimized and nobody gives the monkeys about you, well, I warned them. Had a chance. I offered them love. I offered them a good life. But they wanted a brilliant life where they could tread all over people, where they had power, where they could abuse people, whatever it is that floats your boat, whatever it is you think that is a good life. No, a brilliant life. And you wanted something more. You weren't prepared to settle for just having a good life and everybody else having a good life. See, that's the difference, isn't it? Like, there you are, years ago. Oh, here's a victim. Happy days. Let's start living our brilliant life. And it carries on. And then you get told, hang on a minute, whoa, stop. Do you realise, in order that you're having a brilliant life, people are suffering? Like, yeah, who cares? Carry on. Hang on a minute. Seriously, do you realise that you having your brilliant life, like people are really suffering? They're really suffering. Yeah, we know. But they can't do nothing about it. We're powerful. Carry on. Yeah, but seriously, like they're really having a bad time. Like it's really bad. At some point, it'll have to stop. Like they'll get so fed up with having a bad time, it's going to have to stop. Yeah, we know. But we're powerful and they're not. So we can do what we want. We've got money. We've got power. We've bought the judges. We've bought the police. We've bought the feds. We've bought the CIA. We've bought all of these people, whatever it is, Interpol, blah, 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 MI6, MI5, MI9, whatever it is. We've bought these people. Like nobody can touch us. You can carry on. And somebody's saying to you, but listen, seriously, listen. You're going to be judged for all these bad things you're doing. You are going to be judged. And if you keep on doing these bad things, your judgment is going to be really bad. Like, really bad. to the point where you feel what they felt, the victimization, the brutalization, the who's going to help me, God, where are you? But you won't be saying, God, where are you? Because there is no God for you. So you're just going to have to take it and accept it. You're not there yet, but trust me, carry on and you'll be there. So this person's telling you this, and you hate this person for telling you it. Like, just be careful what you're doing, because it's going to end up coming back to you, and you hate the person for telling you that it's going to come back to you, so you need to stop. And then it happens. You're not as strong or as powerful as you thought. And the person that's telling you all this is the person offering you love is powerful. Not powerful like you. That doesn't matter to them. Doesn't want to rule anybody. Doesn't want to brutalize anyone. Doesn't want to be special. Doesn't want to be rich. Doesn't want to be famous. Just wants people to be happy, in love, in peace. That's all this person wants. And he told you it would happen because you asked him to. You said, tell us what's going to happen in the future. So they told you. And you didn't care. Because you thought you were more powerful. You thought because you had money. You thought because you were controlling them, that you would always control them. And you never once thought, well, what if they go? What if they take their energy with them and they go? Will we still be powerful? Will we still have our money? Will we still have our house and our car and our kids and our wives and our husbands and our family? Will we still have all of that if they go? What if that all goes? What if this person is telling us the truth about our future lives? Because we did ask, tell us something about the future. And so you've been told again and again. And so you haven't listened again and again. And I've told you before, I don't hate anyone. I don't care. It's not about me forgiving anyone. It's not about me judging anyone, any of us, 144,000. I know there are some people that say, oh, well, shouldn't you forgive them? What for? Why? Aren't you allowed to do that? If that's the life that you want to live, aren't you allowed to do that? That's not for me to judge. I didn't make up the rules. They did. According to their rules, it's allowed to happen. And according to my rules, different game. According to my rules, not allowed to happen. Not allowed to happen. Not allowed to happen. And in order for it not to happen, listen, because it affects you. In order for it not to happen, you can't have the power. You can't have the money because you don't deserve it and you don't use it well. And now you need to learn the lessons that we had, that we learned, those lessons you taught us, that made us grateful, thankful, for making us the people we are. To be able to cope with the money, the houses, the land, the cars, the family that you're going to give us. Like, we're able to cope with that now. And we know going forward, it would be very foolish of us to act like you. Which means we're going to have a great world. Because everyone's going to see how far you fell, the kind of life you have, and they're going to go, nah, not going to do that. I used to respect that person. I used to love that person. I paid out so much money to go see that person. I would be like that. Like they were thinking, oh, when I grow up, I want to be such and such. No, they're not going to be thinking that. Nope. Maybe one of the 144,000, they might be thinking, oh, yeah, I want to grow up like that. Like they were abused, victimized, brutalized, left for dead, took it all. Now look at them. Now look at them. A shining example. That's what they're going to think. And for you, you'd be a nobody. And I said in earlier videos, it may get to the point where you're homeless. And I might be in a position to go, well, do I even bother with them or not? Because this is God's judgment. This is Mum's judgment. This is what they wanted for these people. So shall I just leave them there? Shall I just leave them there or spit on them or whatever it is that, they do to someone else? Drive through puddles and soak them, laugh at them. Throw a dollar out of the billions that they've got. Do I bother with these people? And you bring it on yourself. Everything that is being done to you is being caused by you. Seriously. And somebody did a video the other day saying, someone's triggered. I'm a little triggered because like I look at mum and dad and I think, you know what, you could, and it's done. Like they would cease to exist. I'm not saying that. They would cease to exist. Or you could take them all and put them somewhere. Worst possible place, rat infested, blah, blah, blah. Literally could do that. Just change the timeline. It's done. Happy people, not so happy people. These not so happy people were rich, and these happy people used to be poor and downtrodden. And you're trying to fight against something like that, which makes me laugh, but it is frustrating when listen, this is for your benefit, not mine. Seriously, not mine. Like, I'm in that place where I go, well, stop these people getting hurt. Why don't we just, hey, gives me confirmation to stop these good people getting hurt. Why don't we just, I'm not saying that. Job done. And the power's there. You've seen it for yourself. You've seen it. Or somebody that has. They've told you about the spirits, about the things that are moving, about everything that's happening in their lives, about losing all their money, about losing the house, about losing the car, about getting divorced, about children seeing them for who they are. No more hiding. About people in authority being called out. About good versus bad cops. About somebody getting stabbed, passing away. About somebody going bit. My condolences to those people. But guess what? I told you it's going to happen. Which means, listen, if you were listening, it wouldn't have happened. I'd have been wrong. I'd have looked like a real flipping idiot. That would have been the best way. For you, listen, for you to have a decent life, you should have listened. Because you'd have made me look stupid. I'd have been blowing hot air. Nothing would have happened. And I'd have looked stupid. And I wouldn't have cared. But if you did the right thing, if you just did the right thing, nothing would have happened. I wouldn't have any proof. I'd have looked stupid. And you'd have still had some sort of life. told you already. You make me stronger. You make 144,000 people stronger, and the rest probably, by doing what you're doing. By following the script, you behave a certain way because that's the type of person you are. So everything that you do is already written. It's already planned. But that's the way that you behave because that's the type of person you are. Me, however, not so much, is it? I don't do what you think I'm going to do because it's not your game. It's my game. It's our game. It's mum and dad's game. You don't know how to play. I told you from the very first video that I was doing like this. I told you it's a different game. Time I went, get your fucking foot off my head, things changed. Because I knew you weren't that powerful. And I knew if I wanted, listen, if I wanted to be accepted, if I wanted to feel loved, if I wanted to be appreciated, I would have to live in a different game. Because in this game, in this reality of all the BS that I've seen, that's never going to happen. Because, listen, because the people in charge, the people in power don't care about us. They don't care about us. Like they have no love for us and they don't care for us. So why are they in charge? Like, hang on, hang on. There's a God that loves us, who cares for us, and wants only the best for us. And there are people in charge who don't believe in God, mum and dad, and treat us worse than slaves in order that they get rich. The rich get richer and the poor get trodden on. No, hang on, that doesn't seem right. What's going on? No, never mind. Well, the church will help because they're all about love and care and understanding. Like the church would look after the homeless, look after the children, look after the women, look after the men, look after the animals. Like the church, like they're good people. They would do all of that. And yet, no, they don't. Like they just get rich. Like pay to the church and we'll have a nice big house. What? Wait, what? Yeah, I'm a pastor, didn't you know? I'll get people come to me and I'll lay my hands on them and I'll pretend to heal them. And then people give me loads of money and I live in a mansion. Hmm. And I have all these children that I look after. Hmm. I don't know, something isn't right. See how it works? But when you think, what if? Hang on a minute. What if these people in these churches and these places, it's not real? Like, it's just a front for something else. Because now I've got people in power who don't give a shit. I've got people in the church that don't give a shit. And they're the people that are supposed to give a shit. So what if there's some sort of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours going on? And who are these people in power? Then, obviously, Masons, Illuminatis, Eastern Stars, blah, blah, blah. Hmm. Hmm. I see, said the blind man. So now, if that is what it is, How did that come about? Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, Genesis, Adam and Eve. Well, hold on, hold on. I'm living in a world where we don't even know the definition of a woman. What? We don't know the definition of a woman. Hang on, there's something isn't right here. In the book, the Bible, these churches and these monitoring spirits, hello, of the Bible, these people that killed Jesus, the person they were supposed to look after, the person they just offered up, yeah, I'll go and take him. These same people that were supposed to save Jesus have a book that says God made Eve a woman for man. Why don't you just give Adam another man? But seriously, come on. Why did God not just give Adam another man that he could go play golf with, or snooker, or smack a baseball around, or take a Hail Mary pass to? What if, listen, God's on his own, he's a man, so we're told. God's on his own, he's a man. And he doesn't even give himself a wife, or he doesn't give himself another man. And yet he has this strange, oh, I don't know, Adam must be lonely on his own. I'll give him another man. I'll make another man for him in my image. In my image. Here I am, God. I've made Adam. He's in my image. And I'll make another Adam in my image. Well, that makes sense. But that didn't happen, did it? And now we're in a world where we're told that God made woman for Adam, totally different, on purpose, totally different. Why? A womb man. Why was Eve different to Adam? She's a womb man because God said, create, multiply, whatever all that stuff is, over the animals, over the blah, 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 blah. And then you get the rules of mother. So some more bullshit going on here then, isn't there? Like, here's God, a man, so we're told, who made a man in his image, so we're told. And then, just out of the blue, totally unexpected. Like, why would anybody do that? Here we go. Here's a man. I've made a man. He's in my image. He looks just like me. Hello, Adam. Nice to meet you. Oh, are you bored? I haven't been bored. I've been around since then and now. And I haven't been bored. I'm just a man on my own. But I've never been bored. But I can see you're bored, Adam. I won't give you another bloke like me. I'll make up something totally random. I don't know. I'll just make them different. I don't know. What can I do to make them different? Hey, what do you want, Adam? Any ideas? You know, about a partner? No? Never seen a woman? Don't know what a woman is? Oh, okay, I'll do it like this then. So shut up. Talk rubbish. You make people believe rubbish. Worse of it, they believe it. They actually believe it. And they shoot down anybody that says anything different. Like, no, there's not a mom. It says so in the Bible. They're her rules. The rules of mother. So there must be a mother. If God is the father and they are the rules of the mother, there must be a mother. Must be. There's no denying it. Must be. If they are the rules of mother, and you have to follow those rules, there must be a mother. But somehow you got rid of all that information. Apart from those few little things that you keep forgetting about, that you miss. But part of your thing is, oh, well, we have to tell them, otherwise we can't do it. So you have to leave some of it in there. But then you take out Thomas and you take out Enoch and all the other stuff. And you say, yes, this is the Bible, written by no one. Ovid's poetry, yeah, we know about that. But you, a poem, which is a massive book, we know who did that, but we don't know who wrote the Bible. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then, not only that, we have so many different versions. Like, what? Oh, shut up. And people say, no, this is right. Well, surely the original is right. Surely the first version of it is the correct version of it. Well, the only version of it. Because there's only one God creating one earth. Well, probably creating more, but for us, one earth, one person, one planet. Two people, but not two blokes like him. A bloke and a female, like mum and dad, the mother. So once you start thinking those what ifs, you get to the point that you think, so this is all bullshit. But I don't have to believe a single thing, which is what I tell you. You don't have to believe a single thing that I'm saying. Because I'm just a person who wasn't there. And I'm using my own, wisdom, acting on knowledge. Like the knowledge that I gain makes me wise, and acting on that knowledge and that wise knowing gives me wisdom. And I make that my truth based on the truth that I have. And the truth that I have is the truth that you gave me, you Matrix people. It's bullshit. Which means you're effing liars. Which means I don't have to trust a single thing that you say or do. And that leads me to mum and dad. What were you doing to convince mum and dad that you're good people? And why did the church give Jesus over? Why did he turn the table? Why was he angry with them? To do with money. Like, you were quite happy to reel in the money in a place that's supposed to be sacred. You wanted to bring in the money. You wanted to fool people. Jesus didn't want you to fool people. So he had to go. Then you try to make it a little bit different than, it really was. Told you about the angels that were waiting. I told you about, why hast thou forsaken me? Father, why hast thou forsaken me? What? He said there were angels ready to rip the place apart. He knew what was going to happen. There is no forsaking. Because, listen, even if he got to the cross, and thought that them 175,000 angels were going to come down and save him, even if that's the idea that you want to give to us, even if that is it, he was going to wake up in 3 days. But listen, the bullshit that you're trying to feed everyone. He was going to wake up in 3 days. There is no forsaking. Not forsaken. Had to die in order to rise again. No forsaking. That's just a stupid thing to say. You just want to put that fear into people, don't you? Like God, his father, left him, deserted him when he needed him most. In his moment of need, the loving God, the caring God, left Jesus to die. No, didn't leave him to die. He left him to rise again. There's a big difference in that statement, isn't there? Excuse me. No, listen, isn't there a big difference in that statement? God, Jesus' father and mother, left Jesus to die on the cross for our sins, which he was happily doing. And there was no forsaken at all, because he didn't leave him to die. He left him to rise again. Like, you're going to have to die, but you will rise again. Tell everybody, listen, so I'm telling you what's going to happen. You're not listening, but I'm telling you what's going to happen. He told everybody, Jesus, Savior, he told everybody that he was going to rise again in 3 days. And guess what happened? He rose again in 3 days. I'm telling you what's going to happen. It will happen. Mum and Dad will make sure. I'm telling you what's going to happen, just like Jesus did, but without your bullshit. And it's going to happen. Happen, happens all the time. So I don't care whether you believe me or not. I don't care. And I don't suppose that Jesus cared whether you believed him or not at that point in time. Because he knew 3 days' time, boom. Hello, I'm back. Hello, hello, I'm back again. I'm back. Did you miss me? Yeah, did you miss me while I was away? Did you? I was only gone 3 days. I bet they hated that. Oh, shit, he's right. Don't. I don't mean the disciples or anyone. I mean, the people in power. And so he did what he knew was going to happen. It's like I am, just like you are. The only difference is, I told you, Jonah, God, don't destroy these people. Please don't destroy them. But they are sinful people, bad people. They don't deserve my love. They don't deserve to be on the earth that I created because of what they're doing. So God has that power. Mom probably said to him, no, hang on a minute, like moms do. More confirmation, like moms do, have a word in his shell life and say, well, Jonah says that they're going to behave. God's like, oh, you're always nagging me, aren't you, woman? Okay, then, Jonah. Mom says that I need to tell you to tell them if they repent, everything's okay. Against my better judgment, but you know what women are like. They go around eating apples and stuff. So I'm being lenient. If they repent, all good. And so they did. And so it was. But you don't want to repent. Like, you don't want God and mum, or dad and mum, or God as one, both of them, whatever it is. I don't know how you work it out. For me, God is both of them. Like the power of both, the power of union, the power of love. So let's call God love. Love is in charge of everything. Love is the strongest power there is. Love conquers all. So let's call God love. Instead of saying it's God, let's say it's love. Love doesn't like the fact that there is no love in the world. That makes sense. Like love, separated from the world, doesn't like the fact that there is no love. Like I put love in the world and you got rid of it. And yet, here I am. Love, God. God is love. Love, meet God, love. There he is. She is. They are. The union. Love. All one. Love is God. And love says, what the heck's going on? What's going on down there? I don't see any love. So you hid and made out there was love. Like you did all these bad things under pretext of love, pretext of love, but it wasn't. You were hiding behind these other people, pretending that it was love, but it wasn't. And maybe they needed some glasses to see. Because you're a little bit shady. And like, I don't know, it looks a bit weird down there. It doesn't look like the love that I remember, but it must be, because that's so and so and that's so and so. But they're doing bad things. But you know, they've done it in love, so it's okay. Then, I don't know, someone came along and said, whoa, 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 hold on. You're not pretending to flipping do love in front of me. In my name. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I'm not going to be your umbrella. But I'm talking to mom and dad, and they're getting the impression that I'm doing this stuff, and I'm not. No. Watch. Hey, love. In God. God's love. Most powerful thing. Love. God. Look down. I'll show you what's happening. I'll show you. It's not me. Look, love. Watch what's happening. So love looks down and sees you lot, unable to cloak yourself in energy of other people. What the heck's going on down there? Maybe you see what they're doing down there. It's not her or him at all. It's such and such a body and such a body. And you know who you are, don't you? Like you weren't happy. Like you wanted it. Still want it right now. Like you took it and still want it, but you can't have it. Anyway, love, being the most powerful force there is, has decided to intervene. God. God's decided to intervene. I'll call God love because that's mom and dad. The two of them together. Kicking your ass. This invisible force that you say doesn't exist. You say it doesn't exist. This invisible force that's kicking your ass. You've got no house, got no car, no family, no nothing. Or you won't have, you know, today, tomorrow, next day, whatever. Who beat all your demons, slapped you around a bit, make you look stupid, whatever. However it went down, I wasn't there. I don't care. But love, God, has decided, well, you've been naughty, up to bed, no tea. I'll decide what I'm going to do with you in the morning. And that's where you are. Some of you have been spank, 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 spank. Sit over there, no talk. Some of you are like, wah, wah. Didn't mean to do it, didn't mean to do it. Won't do it again, won't do it again. That sort of stuff. Promise I'll be good, I promise I'll be good. That sort of stuff. No, no. No, 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 no. No, no. You've had thousands of years doing this. You've been told not to do it and you've still done it, and now you're going to say you won't do it again? You're promising you're going to be good? No. No, doesn't work like that. No. Actions speak louder than words. So, as bad as it's going to be, mom and dad, love, most powerful force ever, apart from authenticity, probably. Well, frequency, but love's powerful stuff. Love is going through the world, seeing what's good, what's bad, making a decision, calling people out. there's nowhere to hide because it's love. Like the real thing, love, like the real power, God, love, whatever, the union, two people, one person. It doesn't matter. It's kicking your ass. Doesn't matter what it is. Absolutely doesn't matter what it is. It could be blah, 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 blah. That could be the name. It's still kicking your ass. Something is. Something is. Now, those that have left already, they ain't going nowhere. No, no, I told you. Doesn't matter where you go, anywhere, any planet, any universe, any galaxy, any realm, love's there. God, power is there. The most powerful thing. Love conquers all. Love. So, if love conquers all, we all get our asses spanked if we've been bad. And if we've been good, we'll get kisses and cuddles. Well, yeah, that's how I see it. So you have your pants down smack if you've been naughty, or you get kisses and cuddles and hugs if you've been good. So you get those, what people call blessings. Like, can you imagine birthday every day, Christmas every day, like gifts every day, worthy of gifts every day? Can you imagine that? In a world that you live, that you get gifts every day. If you are worthy, blessings, kisses, cuddles, hugs, money, land, house, car, whatever. Can you imagine a world like that? Now, please listen. This is important to the good people out there as well. Please listen. And say the truth. Don't get triggered like these other people. If you live in a world like that, it's going to get very boring very, very quickly. Which is why you have, I don't know, good and bad, yin and yang. So be careful. But some people took it to an extreme. Now, there's some people that say, oh, I won't get bored every day if I've got this, this, and this, and this, and this. Yes, you will. Of course you will. Wake up every day, sun is shining, birds are singing, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. I've got money, I've got this, I've got that. What shall I do today? I can do anything. So I'll do anything. 5 years later, what shall I do today? I've done everything. What shall I do today? 10 years later. Well, I've done everything 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. What shall I do today? 15 years later. What shall I do today? You might wake up just, 15 years later, just wake up, sun shining, birds singing. I'm so grateful for what I've got. I'm so bored, I don't know what to do. And it might not be like that. But, if you're going to live for 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, sun is shining, birds are singing, beautiful flowers, blah, blah, blah. You're going to take it all for granted, which is probably why we lost it in the first place. Some idiot come along and went, ooh, I want something more. So we need to be clever in ourselves in the things that we do. We need to be understanding of ourselves in the things that we need. And if this is a place where we have to learn, then we need to learn what we need to learn, however bad that is. Because at some point, you're going to want to learn it. History proves that. At some point, someone's going to come along and go, well, I've had all this good stuff for so long. I want something different. I'm so in the light over here. No, over here. No, over here. That's the light. There's the light. Oh, hello, light. I'm so in the light over here for 50, 50, 60 years, whatever it is. I want a bit of darkness. I want something a little bit, forbidden fruit. Isn't that what Eve did? Let's have a little bit of forbidden fruit. So we have to be careful about walking the grey line, walking down the middle. So we have to know ourselves, know other people, and learn that what we've got, this love, this beautiful, magical force, should not be tainted, should be respected. Now, listen, sometimes you can do what people call sin in a loving way. Like it's done purely out of love, this powerful force. And unfortunately, going this way, it's a little bit dark, but it's done out of love. But your soul, the lesson you need to learn, this is where it needs to learn it. It has to learn it here. That's just the way that it is. Excuse me. So, I'm not saying that you should do the worst things. So, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not blah, blah, blah. Those things, shouldn't do those things. But there are some things that we're told are sinful just to keep us in fear, just to keep us quiet, just so they can do it. Moving forward, we have to think a little differently about what we've been told about the way that we should live. You don't have to believe a single word that I'm saying. But what I'm saying makes a whole load more sense than what we've had for 2,000 or more years. Love, mom and dad, God, whatever you want to call it, does not exist in this earth the way that it should do. That's planned by these sad, miserable, selfish, narcissistic, greedy people in a place where the rich get richer and the poor get trodden on. In a place where they try to destroy the creation of love. A man and a woman together is not sin. It's love and it's creation and it's magic. I don't want you to know that. But it's magic and it can create. That's why it's called creation. And it is a spell. Like the words that we speak, spelling is casting spells. But you have to do that out of love, not out of the dark. Because out of the dark, other people suffer. That isn't right. But in the light, no, in the light, all good. Everybody sees. Everybody knows. And it's all good. It's all true. It's all real. And it's all respected. It is what it is. And it's done out of love. And if it isn't, then those people will be punished. Rightly so. And that's where we are. People are being punished right now. It's called judgment. Better known as karma. Now, I don't care if anybody believes a single word that I say, and I don't care if you all think I'm crazy. I don't. I know what I know. I defy anyone to prove me wrong. I defy anyone to give me the information that tells me I'm right. Because I already know the answers. The answers I already know. Remember the poem, Thrill of the Chase? Those of you who haven't been in the Thrill of the Chase, read the poem. The answers I already know. Homer Brown, that's your skin. I know albinos are white, but most of us, what do you think the treasure is? What do you think the treasure is? Box of gold in the Rocky Mountains? I don't think so. I don't think so. To some, it might be. To you people, absolutely. Chest full of jewels in the Rocky Mountains. That's all you were bothered about. Those that actually, believed in the thrill of the chase. There are people want me to doubt Major Forrest Burke fan. People want me to hate Major Forrest Burke fan. People want me to do all these things. And yet, without Major Forrest Burke fan, I wouldn't be here with the truth. So it's very difficult. Listen, doesn't matter what you think about Major Forrest Burke fan. It's very difficult not to have faith in a maverick, not to believe in that person when you're at the point that you have all the answers. It doesn't matter whether that person was in the dark or in the light. That's the person that gave the answers. Knowingly or unknowingly, it doesn't matter. In love or out of love, it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm not going to judge. I don't care. But there are people in the chase that I would have liked to have met. There are people in the chase that I'd like to have apologized to me. There are people in the chase that should have apologized to me. But there are a whole load more people that I should apologize to. And they should apologize to love. Love. I don't know what's going to I'll push that down, but don't go down. Love. Mum and dad. Mother's rules. Gaia. However it is, it doesn't matter. And that's the thing that you can't grasp, isn't it? It doesn't matter. Like, if, listen, if you believe that you are created by something or someone, then that something or someone is within you. Has to be. Part of me is in my kids. Part of me will be in my grandkids. A part of my grandkids' kids will be still in me. That's just the way that it is. And we're all God's children or love's children, whatever it is you want to call it. It doesn't matter. But if a part of us, which is love, the most powerful thing, if love is the most powerful thing, why wouldn't you want that to define you? A being full of love. Now, I'm talking to the warriors too. A being full of love. You see, you don't think much to the females, to the women. And yet, as a lion, I respect, admire, and love them all. Because as a lion, bold, courageous, a little smart, I know and women, they go out, they hunt for me, they kill for me, they would die for me, as I would them. And they give me food, sustenance, care, children. And they're warriors. And they do more of the fighting and the killing than I do as a lion. And I am a lion. I'm in the UK. Or the free lions. Me, myself, and I. So as a lion, I want to protect the women and I want to protect the children. That's what I'm supposed to do as a lion. I don't need to go out and hunt. I need to look after the women and the children. And to some extent, the other lions. And I intend to do that. Come hell or high water. And I can assure you, I know hell. So just think of me as a lion who wants freedom for all the lionesses and all the other lions and all of the cubs. And I don't want to roar and I don't want to get, to prove that's what I want to do. And I don't need to. Because as a lion, the king, I know Simba, whatever it is, however that goes, I know there is a power that I can call on who will help me look after those things that I love. It's that simple. Please don't ask me what are the things that I love, because I've told you already. I love everything, everyone, every single being on this earth or on another earth, every single creature, every fish, every bird, every tree, plant, flower. Doesn't matter. We're all made out of energy. We're all love. We have our own way of talking. Just because we don't understand them doesn't mean they're not communicating. Animals are a lot smarter than you think they are, or that you give them credit for. So in this world, in my world, the world that I'm imagining, excuse me, it's more important than knowledge. Everybody gets along. Everything gets along. We understand each other and we appreciate each other and we are grateful of each other. That includes the environment, all of it. Every single thing. And that would include any other visitor that wished to join us here. So you may not believe a single word that I've said, and I don't care. But love is a powerful thing. Love conquers all. And you're getting your asses kicked. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it, I don't know, what can you call it? Poltergeist. You can call it spirits. You can call it, I don't know, whatever. Demons, elves, fairies, goblins, blah, 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 whatever. Or you can call it you. You're getting your ass kicked by you, however that works. Excuse me. Why my nose is getting so itchy. Maybe there's an energy here that isn't mine. So, ooh, ooh, that's what I've been talking about. It's amazing how that happens. Some of the things I talk about tend to manifest or materialize. So it is a notification or a warning, however you want to take it. And you could take it to be offended. I don't care. And you could take it with no offense. I don't care. It's not meant to be offensive. It's meant to be a notification of what will take place because things are set in motion because of what's been done, what you've already done in the past, what you're still doing now, what you will continue to do because it's already done. Told you before, past, present, future, all merging, happening at the same time. You already did it, you're still doing it, and you will do it. And because of that, this is the outcome in scene, whatever. Act 8, scene 3. You get your comeuppance. Good or bad, depends however you behaved in the earlier scenes. You'll get your comeuppance based on what you've done in the earlier scenes. That's it. You carry on doing what you're doing, you will get that comeuppance. If you change what you're doing, you'll get that comeuppance. If you start being bad, you'll get a different thing. If you start being good, you get a different thing. That's it. And that's where free will comes in. Like your free will is to be the person that you are or to be a different person. And that's good or bad. Right? I'm a good person, I want to be a bad person. There's your free will. I'm a bad person, I want to be a good person. There's your free will. Like you choose to do that. Everything else is already mapped out. If you change from being a bad person to a good person, that changes. And then it's mapped out because it changed. That was your free will. So now you have a different timeline, a different path. And whatever you get at the end of that is because you changed. You use your free will to be a good person. You use your free will to be a bad person. But once you choose, boom, that's it. Unless you change again. And in all of this making decisions, like your higher self and your lower self, and the bits in between and the love and the blah, 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 chakras and doody da, 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 that makes a difference. And you have to connect, remember, we're all one consciousness. You have to connect God, mum and dad, love, whatever you want to call it, anything, whatever comes to your mind. You have to connect. And you have to be guided by that love, that consciousness, that spirit, whatever talks, however you hear it, whatever the intuition is, whatever the cards say, however that works. However that works. I don't care. But it's about understanding there's a certain way of moving through your time, your timeline. It's your timeline. You choose it. You choose what you want to be, good, bad, middle of the road like me. Well, I know I can't be a saint. I've tried. It's not going to happen. I know I'm not going to be the saint devil. I know I'm not going to be the devil because I don't want to be the devil. That's not right. But, sometimes I like some of the things that, happen in that realm. But only you decide. Only you can decide that. But in that choice of being in the good, on that choice of being in the good, nearer to God, nearer to love, or on that choice being in the dark, nearer to God, nearer to love, because you have a God, you say it's the devil. No, you have a God, you say it's the devil. And you have a God, you say it's the light. But loving in the dark, pleasing someone, enjoying someone, doing things because of that connection, because of that learning, because of that desire, it's hard to think that any God would punish somebody for learning something in a loving manner. Like that to me doesn't make sense. Absolutely doesn't make sense. Listen, please listen. I don't care how much you got all up, up, down. Listen. There has to be dark. There has to be light. They have to exist together. They have to. They have to exist together. They have to. Now, you can exist with the dark taking the light, whether they like it or not, or you can exist where there's a balance between the two, where there's a choice, where there's connection, where there's love, where there's unity, whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it. I don't care. I just know what the truth is. If there's some light, there has to be some dark. Has to be. And at the moment, this darkness is screwing everybody over. Everybody in the light is getting screwed over by this darkness. And that isn't right. So we're taking these people out of the darkness, bringing them into the light so they can be judged, and they will either be in the darkness with nothing, or brought into the light with something. That's up to them. And I don't care. I really do not care, because I know when they're gone, the light and the dark will still exist. And it will have to exist together in unity, like not being racist, but coloreds and whites. It's no different. It's no different. Separating it, I cannot believe that that's how it should be. You shouldn't separate one being from another being. That's just racist. I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. It's just racist. I don't like him because he's of the dark. She's of the dark. I don't like because she's of the dark. She's colored. He's colored. Don't like him because he's colored. And I don't want my person of the light mixing with this person that's colored. Why not? Because they're bad people. No, not all of them are bad people. Some of them just prefer this lifestyle. As bad as you think that is, I don't care. But it's true. You can't have the dark without the light. Put your hands up if you agree. Yin and yang. You can't have the dark without the light. You should all put your hands up. Otherwise, you're absolutely stupid. There has to be darkness if there is light. Has to be. Like, if it was all dark, no. If it was all not light, no. Ain't going to work. So if there is darkness and light, which is that grey line that I talk about, if there is darkness and light, then how do you go through your life making sure, because darkness exists, have the room, one candle in the dark room, light it all up, takes the dark away, fine. You have the light, but you have the dark. Day and night, doesn't matter. Winter, summer, more darkness, more light. People like the summer because there's more light. Some people like the winter. Some people like the snow. Some people like the sun. It's just how we are. It's just how we are. Excuse me, and the more confirmation. So going through life, there are some things, that I want to do that I'm told is sinful. But I'm told by these people that are doing those things under the guise of love. Hang on. How does that work? So, look, I'm no expert. I don't profess to be an expert. I just profess to tell you the truth. If there is yin and yang, and there is, and it has to exist as lightness and dark, as lightness and dark, I put it the right way around, didn't I? Yes, I put it the right way around so you could see it the right way around, but now I'm reflecting. Oh, this house the mirror. So whatever. So if there is a light and dark, then it has to exist. And we're all God's children, so we all play together. Happy, loving, peaceful people, beings, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. We all play together and we all care for each other. That's it. And nobody's judging anybody. So it doesn't matter. You're not meant to judge. Love will judge. The most powerful God, whatever you want to call it, that's the most powerful. That will judge. That will be the judge. And if it's done in a beautiful way, then I would see Dharma, not karma. But if it's done in a bad way, then I would see karma. Now, this is the sort of world that I want to live in, where nobody is judging. It is what it is, has to be what it has to be. But it has to be done out of love. For everyone, for everything. I'm not saying make love to trees or stuff like that. I'm just saying there has to be a consideration for everything on this earth. Everything in every realm. Doesn't matter. First and foremost, though, guess what? Listen, love is the most powerful thing. God is the most powerful thing. Guess what needs the most love? You. You need the most love. Self-love, love, God. Self-love is the most important. And we've been stripped of it through fear and everything else that we've been indoctrinated, trained, learnt, taught, whatever, through thousands of years. And we have to get out of that and see life for what it really is. Now, you don't have to agree. I don't care. I don't. But listen, just think, what if? What if the world was like that? You, all of you, any of you, could have the world that you wanted. You could have your houses, you could have your cars, you could have family, girls, whatever it is, boys, whatever. You could have, if you're worthy, remember, if you're doing the things out of love, God, whatever, you could have the things that you want. If firstly you look after yourself, like know who you are, treat yourself in a loving, caring way, your body, your temple, whatever you want to call it, the house of Brown, whatever, home of Brown, whatever you want to call it, however you want to believe it. But you will not get those things behave in a certain way. You will not get those things believing a certain way. That's just the truth. And most of that is faith. Even those people that do manifestation and say it's just them manifesting because of these affirmations and blah, 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 blah. But what they don't realize is it's the universe, God, love, that's given them things that they're talking out loud, to love, to God, whoever it is, whatever it is, universe, whatever you want to call it, talking out loud to this power that we can't see, that is more powerful than anything, and asking them for these things. But at some point of asking, as long as they remain faithful and loving and true to all of those things will exist. Listen, please listen. But when you start abusing it, when you start abusing, taking for granted, which is what I'm saying about everything nice all the time, when you start abusing and taking for granted what's being generously, lovingly given to you, caringly given to you, it'll be taken away. As you are finding out, all of you are finding out how simple it is to go from heroine, to zero. Just like that. Because you've abused the God-given, love-given, universe-given, and care what you call it. You were given it in love, in a caring, nurturing way, and you abuse that. Oh, more. Yep. Each time I talk, people confirm what it is I'm talking about. So just believe. Just believe that you can love you, who you are, whatever it is that you've done, whatever it is that you're thinking of doing. You can love you. I don't mean in a greedy, selfish, uncaring way. I mean in an understanding. Here is my higher self telling me what's right and wrong. Here is my lower self, which is just, a bit greedy, a bit lustful, a bit whatever. Look, please listen. This is the last bit. You cannot have a gut feeling. You cannot have a gut feeling telling you something if it's not part of this, if it's not part of the everything. If your gut feeling is telling you something, is that your brain? Is that where your brain is? If your feet itch, if your hand itches and it's telling you something, is that part of your brain? It's part of the whole. It's everything. Can't say I have a gut feeling and saying you're thinking with your mind. No, no, no. You're not thinking with your mind if you're telling me you have a gut feeling. You're not thinking with your mind if you're telling me your heart told you this. You're not thinking with your mind if you're saying, oh, my hand's saying I'm going to be rich or I'm going to come into money or my feet are rich and I'm going to be traveling or whatever. No, that's not your brain telling you nothing. That's your body telling you something. So there must be an energy. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I don't care. I'm just telling you the truth. There must be an energy. Must be. There must be some energy inside us that is able to know some things, to do some things, to be able to interact with the environment around us, to know what's happening in the future based on what is being said to your meat bag, water sack, whatever you want to call it. For the soul that's in here, that's trying to learn on this planet. That's as simple as I can make it. And that's how simple I know it. I mean, there's loads of stuff that I know, but to talk to people, that's as simple as I can make it. And I might not be right. I might not be correct. I might be talking out of my gut, my hands, my backside, whatever. I might be. But at least I'm thinking, what if? At least I'm thinking what's happening at the moment isn't right. At least I'm thinking, what's the word? Period. At least I'm thinking, period. A deep thinking search of blah, blah using logic. At least I'm thinking. At least I'm thinking, what if? Now, the truth is stranger than fiction. We know that. Love is the most powerful. No, love conquers all. That's what I'm trying to say. Love conquers all. We know that. So if we start thinking, what if, all of us, everybody, we should get to a point where there is an agreement around the world as to what is the middle road. Where's the place we should all be that will love, care, nurture for everything, good or bad. Remember, mum and dad, child commits murder or whatever. Not saying it should, not at all. But they still love their child, as bad as the thing is that they did. And I'm not saying that whoever is involved in that should forgive that person, not the mum, not the dad, not the brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, whatever, or the people that are involved. No, I'm saying that's up to love, God, mom, dad, the universe, whatever. That's the judge. Obviously, earthly jail, spiritual jail, those things have to exist. Those people need to be taken away from society. Then there's what's the reason for it? We can't judge because we don't know the reason. So what's the reason? Did one person kill one person to save 1,000? How are you going to judge that person? How are you going to judge that one person that killed one person to save 1,000 people? Like, what is the judgment on that? Not would you do the same thing? Not would you do the same thing? Not do you believe it's the right thing to do? What should the universe decide that one person killing one person to save 1,000 people? Do you want that? Do you want that responsibility? Do you want to be that person that has to do that all the time? Sometimes you've heard it, the greater good, blah, blah, blah. Like, sometimes things have to be done and they're not good, but they have to be done. They have to be done. It needs to be done. No one, nobody, no one, never, ever should stand around and watch one person kill 1,000 people. No one. I don't care who you are. You should never, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's true, don't know. God hasn't, struck me down dead yet, or love, or the universe. But you should not stand around watching one person kill 1,000 people. That just should never happen. I know people say, well, you should take it down, take them down and try to subdue them and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. If you're a hero and you want to do that, fine. But when that one person kills you, he's still going to kill 1,000 people, or she's still going to kill 1,000 people. It's like you must make sure that you put your mask on before you put your child's mask on. And there's people going, oh no, I'm always going to put my child's mask on first. There's no way I'm going to put mine on. And then when it happens and they're about to put the mask on, they can't see the child, they're trying to find the child, and they're coughing and spluttering, and then they both die. Because they think that it's wrong not to put the child's mask on first. But if you die, then the child's fucked. Is my French. Like you crash into the water. You need a life jacket on. Well, no, I'm going to put my child's life jacket on first. Or, I've got 6 children. Who do I do first? Blah, blah, blah. And you're struggling to get the life jacket on and you drown. Well, you wouldn't have drowned if you had your life jacket on. And they wouldn't drown because you've got your life jacket on. So you'd be able to save them. So sometimes it might not seem like a good idea, but of course it's a good idea. If you think, what if? What if the time it takes me to find my child and get the mask and put it on the child and make sure the child's okay, the one of 3 that I've got or whatever it is, and you manage to save 2 and one dies and you die? How are you going to look after those 2 children that you managed to save because you put their masks on first? What sort of life are they going to have? Because you were a martyr and you went, oh no, 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 no. My children come first. I'm going to put these masks on my children first. And then I'm going to leave them without a mum or a dad. Like the statement or the request or whatever it is that you want to take it as, is not made just to be stupid. Just think about it. It's not made to be stupid. You're not going to have people in charge of these airlines and whatever that say, if this bad thing's happen, if this bad thing happens, you must do this. But it's a stupid thing to do. There must have been instances, one after the other, that says actually it would be better if you do this. And that's how the world should be. actually, it would be better if you do this, which is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't behave in a bad, negative way towards people. Because, listen, because bad, negative things will happen to you. Now, don't think I'm naive. Don't think I'm stupid. Please don't even go there. You will upset me. You will offend me. I know. I know. You've been getting away with it for thousands of years. I know. And you didn't think that you wouldn't be able to get away with it for another 1,000 years. Well, guess what? You're not. You're not going to get away with it. And you've been warned you're not going to get away with it. So please, last effort to tell you you're not getting away with it. You won't be doing another 1,000 years. You should know that by now, all of you. There are loads of people that I could out now. There are loads of things that I could say that would out people. I think I've been on here long enough. Please, please trust. You haven't got much time. Please, I'm asking, please. Please trust that you haven't got much time to do the right thing. Please know, please trust that all the things that you did, all the things that were done to give people post-traumatic stress disorder, I kid you not, for the lives that they had to endure because of you, will happen to you. It will happen to you. That's just the way that it is. That's only right that you suffer the way that you made these people suffer. At the moment, that hasn't been called for. I'm not asking that to be called for. But I'm saying, listen, this is the, kill one person, save 1,000. This is only right. Because what it then does is tells people, you reap what you sow. If you're thinking of being a bad person, know that it's going to happen to you. Whatever it is that you're going to do that is bad, 100% is going to happen to you. No question. 100%. If you're thinking of doing something that is bad, that is going to hurt another person, 100% that is going to happen to you. You're going to know exactly what it felt like. Maybe even worse. Because there are some people that might enjoy it. So, I'm just warning you, this is how it's going to be. Because of how it was. You need to listen. You need to take notice of what's been said. Because what's been said is the truth. Excuse me. It's the truth. You know it's the truth. You've seen those people suffer. You've seen them lose the house. You've seen them lose the money. You've seen them lose the job. You've seen them lose, family. You've seen it all. You know it's true. And you know it's only a matter of time. If you're a bad person, if you've done some bad things, it's going to happen to you. And if you want any sort of karma that is good, dharma, whatever, you need to do something to make that happen. Only you can do that. Only you can do it. And if you're at the lowest point now, well, you're not, because it can get worse, trust me. If you're at a bad point now, stop asking for mercy, compassion, blah, blah, blah. Admit to yourself, how did I get into this place? How am I going to get out of this place? Shed the tears, shout in anger, do all the things that we've all done to get through life, to get to the point where you don't have to believe in God, you'll just keep going. You'll just keep going. Life after life, you'll just keep going. You don't believe in God, or love, or the universe, or whatever. If you don't believe that there's a powerful force that will look into your soul, look into you, the meat bag that you are, and give you some light, give you some understanding. If you don't believe that, you're over here. You're over here. You're over here in the dark. This is crazy. This is over here in the dark. Excuse me. And that's where you'll stay. Because you don't believe that something can take you into the light. You don't believe there's light. You just think it's dark. Dark. You just think it's dark. And you just disappear into the darkness. So you have to believe the light is there. The light exists. And that you can come out into the light. And it ain't easy. Trust me, it's not easy. If I can do it, or we can do it with everything that you've, you know, thrown, projected at us, then no one's projecting anything at you. So you've got it easier. Not lying. You've got it easier. No one's trying to destroy your life apart from you. Listen, no one's trying to destroy your life apart from you. You are where you are, not because of the 144,000, because of you wishing bad on them, ill on them. Everything that's happened to you is yours. Every single bullet, every single whatever that hit you is yours. So once you stop sending it out, it'll stop coming back at you. Then once you make amends for all that you've already done, you'll build yourself back up. That's the Dharma and the Karma. So once you start realizing, well, I need to stop doing the bad things, I need to do more good things, I need to understand what I did that was bad, why I was such a narcissist, why I was so greedy, what triggered me to be this. Was it because my mum and dad did it for thousands of years and they taught me to do the same thing? Whatever it is, you have to let it go. You have to realize what it is and you have to accept it. But you can't just ignore it, because if you ignore it, you just stay in the dark, over here, in the dark. And at some point, you'll see somebody like me, and I'll say something, and you'll go, "Wow!" That's it. That's it. I'm just telling you the truth. That's exactly how it will be. You'll see somebody like me, and it'll set you off. It'll set you off because you haven't healed. Not me. It's nothing to do with me or them. It's because you haven't healed. Something inside you is triggered by what you're seeing about you. Not me. I'm not nothing like you. No, I'm not. Whatever you're thinking in your head is not in my head. You can't think my thoughts, remember? Because you're a narcissist and I'm not. Because you're greedy and I'm not. You will think that you can think what I'm thinking, but you can't. Because you don't understand me. You don't recognize me. You don't know me because you have not lived that high vibration. You haven't been there. You need to walk in my footprints to get to where I got. That's how it works. Only when you're in the same vibration will you see me for me and you for you. And only when you're of the same vibration will you go, hey, what a beautiful soul you have. And I will go, yes. And you have a beautiful soul too. That's how it will be. But until then, it will be all that stuff that you do. And it's like trying to get a reaction out of me, because if you were where I was, you would react. You'd react with what you're doing. I wouldn't react with what you're doing, but you would react with what you're doing. And you don't understand why I'm not reacting, but I'm not like you. I would never react like you because I'm a different person, as opposed to the person 5 years ago, the one that was with your foot on my head. That's just a simple truth. So when you get to the point, when people can say to you stuff and you say, yeah, I know I am. I'm not bothered, not triggered, doesn't matter. I understand what you're saying. I know why you said what you said. Those sort of things. When you get to that point and you're not arguing with yourself, because you're not arguing with me. All those comments you write, you're arguing with yourself, not me. I don't care. Everything that you say, you're arguing with yourself, not me. I don't care. Even if you're shouting at the screen now, you're arguing with yourself. If you were shouting in my face now, saying loads of things about what I was saying about you don't believe it and blah, blah, blah. Firstly, it'd be rude because I'm speaking, which already says the sort of person you are. The fact that you're screaming and shouting while someone's talking. So that in itself is, part of, that learning, that understanding yourself. Like if you're shouting and talking over me while I'm trying to talk, when you should be listening and trying to understand. I don't care if you learn or not. That's up to you. You'll only learn if you talk to yourself a bit instead of shouting at me. Like when you talk to yourself, you'll learn a lot more. Or when you argue with the universe or love or whatever it is. Because I argued. Oh, yeah. I argued. I was like, hang on a minute. Whoa. You're so powerful. Why can't you do this? If you're this, why can't you do that? If you're blah, blah, why can't you do that? Oh, yeah. I had those arguments. And I had to go through every single bit, like the what is, all the way through to the end and then go, oh, shit. Yeah, that's why. That's why. And then I can accept that and move on to the next lesson and the next lesson and the next lesson. And those lessons don't end. Every day's a day to learn and every day's a day to teach. We're all teachers, we're all students. It's just the way it is. One day you'll go somewhere and you'll meet an electrician and you'll learn something, or you meet a carpenter and you'll learn something, or you meet a plumber and you'll learn something, or you meet a conservationist and you'll learn something, or you meet an astronomer and you'll learn something. You learn something every day, and none of it's wasted. There's nothing wrong with learning stuff. That's why we're here. That's exactly why we're here. So we need to learn how to be a human being. And we are a human being of light and dark, hidden in the darkness. That's just the truth. I'm not trying to tell you anything that isn't true. You're not fully a saint. I don't care who you are. And you're not fully the devil. I don't care who you are. You're a being of light and darkness. And like the saying, whatever it is, that Hopi, if it's Hopi, I can't remember, that, you become the one you feed the most. The good wolf or whatever it was, or coyote or whatever. You'll become good or dark, depending which one you feed the most. If you feed the darkness more, you'll be in the darkness. You'll be a dark person. And if you feed the light more, you'll be a light person. But the dark will still exist. It will still be there. You just won't use it as much. But it'll never go away. You can't starve it to the point of, non-existence. I don't think. I'm not an expert, so I don't know. But if there's supposed to be yin and yang, there's supposed to be darkness and light. Which means those people that you think are dark, if they're people, if they still have souls, still have some light in them, still have some dark in them. It's only the dark beings, the aliens, the people that take over or whatever. Excuse me. Those are the immature, immature ones, and you end up selling your soul to them. So you don't have a soul. Your soul's gone, and you behave like a little child. Which, and I don't care if you get upset. Like you beings that, I still love. I know that you've been, naughty, little naughty. dead, no teeth, those sort of little beings. Not that I condone, violence or anything, but I'm just trying to set a scene that, that's what used to happen. Used to dress us down, smack, up to bed, no tea. Because, that's how it used to be. Now, if you want to behave like children, even though you're, I don't know, 74 or something, whatever, 75, whatever it is, if you want to behave like a child because you have a immature being inside you, I can't help that. But if there's any part of a human being in you, you should realize, hang on a minute, what he's saying. Even if you're that immature being, that dark entity, you should realize. You should realize. Like there are children that know right from wrong. If you know right from wrong, then you should know what's true and not true about yourself. And you should ask yourself the question, do you deserve anything good? The answer is no. Because there's no good in you. So how can you deserve anything good? In order to deserve anything good, you have to do something good. If everything about you is bad, then that's what you deserve. You deserve do unto others as you would have done unto you. If you're all bad, all you're going to do is bad. So therefore, what you're doing is bad to someone else. So you should expect someone else to do bad to you. That's it. And if you're a good person doing good to someone else, you should expect someone else to do good to you. And that's it. And even a child can understand that. Even a child. And most children share. And most children are playful. Most children are loving. Unless indoctrinated by beings. So again, it's a long one, but like I say, the truth takes as long as it takes. You can't hurry the truth, and you can't deny the truth. It's just how it is. And you don't have to believe the truth. It's my truth. And you don't have to argue with me whether there's a God or not. I'm not telling you to believe there's a God. You can believe there's a God if you want, and you don't have to believe there's God if you don't want. But guess what? You're where you are, and I'm where I am. And I'm saying I'm where I am because I do believe, and you're where you are because you don't. So the way I see it is it can't hurt, I don't know, to believe. But you don't have to. You can spend the rest of your life living your life, this life that you're in now. And those of you that still have a brilliant life based on other people's hard work and energy, life force, you already know, you already feel that things aren't going the way that they used to be going. You don't have that life force anymore. And that includes, listen, that includes the fabricated life force that you're using. That funny name thing that you use. And all those things. And the AI stuff and the clones and the copycat and the destiny swaps and the blah 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 blah. All the stuff that you do. It's not going to work anymore. It wasn't supposed to work in the first place. You weren't supposed to do it in the first place. But you're a little bit naughty. And now you've been found out. Right, whose hand was in the cookie jar, eh? So, yeah, there are people that, if this hadn't gone on so long, I would have hinted at. You probably already know who you are. Things need to change, so they will change. That's it. That's all I can say. Things need to change, so they will change, and they are changing. And the more they change, the more. So you brought fear into this world. You brought, the brutalizations and the war and everything else. You brought that into the world, so that's what you're going to feel. You're going to feel that fear, that victim mentality, that, all of that stuff that you put into everyone else. You're going to feel that. because it's only right. And that there'll be those that are going through it now and those that are going to go through it. But in that, there is an understanding from love, from God, from mom and dad, whatever, that because you bad people kept it secret, people believe that you were good, that you were, genuine, and they're going to find out that you're not, and that can't be helped. And it saddens me a bit, but I know that in the end, they're going to be grateful that they know that's the sort of person you are, and they're not going to get caught up in those things that you do. It's as simple as that. And whilst, people think I'm talking about America, and it's pretty bad in America, I've got to admit. I was going to mention names and stuff, but it's not. So pretty bad in America, but it's the same all over the world. Like, Germany and New Zealand and China and Taiwan and Dubai and South Africa, Spain, but so UK, UK. So, it's everywhere. But why I've said the ones that I've said. And at some point, these people around the world will be exposed to the public. Obviously, court, jail, blah, 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 whatever. And I'd rather it was done in a way where there's some humility, some compassion, some understanding for the families, for the victims, whatever. There's so many people that are involved in it, it's crazy. But just to stop the grieving, like for some of it, people don't know about their loved ones. And rather than hear it on a newsreel, it needs to come out, heartfelt apology, blah, blah, blah. Not just somebody knocking up on the door and saying, got some bad news to tell you. This famous so-and-so did this, this, and this to these people, and I'm sorry, but, your family member was one of them, or your family members. Like, that's not the way it should be. And if that is the way that it happens, then obviously the way that you're looked on by God, mom and dad, love, whatever it is, whatever power that is in charge of this, will make a decision on how you behave. And, I've talked about the Pope. I've talked about, the President of the United States, not Donald Trump. Talked about China, talked about Russia, like Ukraine, talked about, I don't know if I've talked about Ukraine, but Ukraine, Dubai, Iran, Turkey, I think. Like, there are people that are up to no good, and they need to be aware that there's a more powerful force out there than they are. And they're trying to do stuff that is going to pee and love, mum and dad, God, whatever you want to call it. I call it power of love. Power of love is probably a recognized power by everybody around the world. So let's just call God love. I know you might get offended by that, but I am, I think he said. I think he said, did he say that to Moses? We said it to someone. Who shall I say told me to tell you? I am. I am told me to tell you. I am what I am. That's how it is. That's how we all are. We all am what we am. So I thank you for watching. Again, if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's still great. I don't care. It's to help you, not me. it makes no difference to me. But if you hate me, you want to come around and kill me or whatever it is that you want to do, I can't help that, and I don't care about that. I know that you're going to have a hard time in that, as you already know. You already know that's happened. You've already had the car accidents. You've already seen what happens when you try to set up something that is not um, in the timeline that's supposed to take place. You already know the things that have done that haven't worked. You know that there is a change. You know about the single future. You did all your tests. You did all your what's the name 2012. You already knew that all the whatever, the multi timelines, is that what you call it? Many timelines. Anyway, the many timelines that you could go, traveling down, it all goes to one point. Because maybe you can change the timeline because love is in charge of the timeline or God is in charge of the timeline or whatever. It goes down to one timeline because nobody wants to change the timeline. The Matrix, there's only so many timelines because the Matrix is involved. Take the Matrix out and then everybody's just happy. And nobody's going, oh, well, I want a worse life. I want to go back to the old Matrix because it was crap then, and I had to work, 16 hours a day and I couldn't pay enough and I had to get another job and work another 4 hours and have 4 hours sleep or 3 hours sleep. I want to go back to that. I don't think there'll be many people saying that. Just ain't going to happen. And you'll find that if everybody's well off, there's no crime. It's just the way it is. Like you only steal to bring money into the house so you can eat or pay the bills. And you only buy because you want to buy it cheap. Otherwise, you can't eat or pay the bills. It's just the way it goes. So if nobody wants to buy, there's no point stealing. There's no point stealing. If nobody's going to buy it off you, you can steal it for yourself. Probably the only reason to steal it. But if you've already got it, you don't need to steal it. Excuse me, confirmation. If you've already got what you need, there's no need to steal it. And if nobody wants to buy anything off you that you stole, so therefore everybody just lives a normal life. They go out, do what they want to do, live the life they want to live, behave in a good way to themselves, first self-love, and then, everyone else. First, you have to know who you are. First, you have to love who you are. You have to like the person that you wake up with every day. That soul, you wake up with that person every day. You have to appreciate that person for who they are. You have to love that person for who they are. The things that they've done, the reason they've done them, you have to accept them. You can't change them, but you have to accept them. You can't feel guilty about them. You can't hate them. You can't despise them. You can't say, oh, I've put too much weight on, or oh, I'm too skinny, or I'm the bar, whatever. No. And nobody should be saying, oh, you look fat. Oh, you look thin. Oh, you look this. Oh, you look that. It don't matter. It don't matter. And if you are thin, and somebody says, oh, you're thin. So, yeah, I know. And you're thin too. Am I? Oh, yeah. Like they probably didn't look in themselves. Probably didn't even know. You got some say, oh, you're bald. Am I? Oh, yeah. Wow. You know what I mean? It's like people used to go around trying to shame people for being bald. Can you remember them days? Oh, he's going bald. He is. Look, he's wearing a wig. Oh, he's doing this and that and the other. And now, bald is sexy. And nobody's going around taking a mick. Because people accept it. Accept it for who they are. That person who's bald accepts being bald. And some people think it's quite cool and quite sexy. So now, there's no point in trying to make somebody look stupid when they say, you're bald. It's like, yeah, and people think it's sexy. Oh, that didn't go down. That's not what I wanted. And the same with being, fat or thin. Some people like fat people. Some people like thin people. It don't matter. It's irrelevant. I'd rather spend time. I'm being serious now. I better be quick. I'm being serious. I'd rather spend time with a beautiful, fat, thin, whatever person who has a great soul than spend more time with a sexy, amazing, stunning, beautiful woman who I can't spend 5 minutes with because they're all about them. There's nothing wrong with being about yourself, but it has to be done in the right way. Like, you shouldn't have to keep telling yourself you're beautiful. You can think it. Nothing wrong with you thinking it. Nothing wrong with knowing that you're beautiful, no matter what size you are at all. If you're a beautiful person, there's a beautiful person out there for you. Literally afraid to talk to you because of how beautiful you are. No matter what size you are. Just because you're such a nice person, they're afraid to talk to you because they're maybe not such a nice person. And you may make them the kind of person they want to be. But you're afraid because you're either thin or large, and they're afraid because they don't think that they are worthy. And in all cases, it's all about worth. You don't think you're worthy because you're thin. You don't think you're worthy because you're fat. You don't think you're worthy because you think you're a bit bad person. But when you do that self-love thing, that reflection, that you see me, not you. When you do that reflection thing, you know who you are. It doesn't upset you. Being fat doesn't upset you. Being thin doesn't upset you. Being a bad person doesn't upset you. You know who that person is. You accept who that person is. You can't change that person. You don't want to change that person. Those are the ways that you want to behave. And then you go up to people authentically. This is me. Do you like me? Yes or no? No. Okay. Move on. If they don't like you, it's meant they're not supposed to be in your life. It doesn't matter. You will meet somebody, this bad person, you will meet somebody who's a bad person like you, who enjoys everything that you enjoy, which is the darkness that has to exist. And if you're a large person, you may meet a thin person who loves you for all that you are. Or you may meet another large person who enjoys you for all that you are. Just the way of life. That's what creation is. Nobody should want to or have to change anyone. I know how it is at the moment is, oh, well, I can change this person, or I can do this, or I can do that. No, no. No. If you get into a relationship with someone, that's the person that you wanted when you got in the relationship. Why would you want to change that person? And if you know that person is not the person for you, why would you want to be with that person? Why even bother? Because maybe you're selfish. Maybe because you want what you want. Like, to me, it's simple. And people go, oh, it's not because I'm selfish, it's not because I'm selfish, because I fancy people. That's because you're selfish. Because you've already gone in going, well, handsome person, blah, 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 blah. But this trait and this trait and this trait, I don't like it. So maybe if I get them to love me enough, I can make them change. Why not go into that same partnership saying, I can't be a very nice person because I want to change that person. I like the figure, I like the face, I don't like the way they act, so I want to change that. What? No. Like the figure, like the face, accept who they are. If not, walk on. Don't try and ruin this person. Don't try and change this person. If that person wants to change because of you, fine. Like willingly, without you saying anything. But if not, walk up to them and say, listen, I think you're really good looking. I think you've got a great figure, but I don't like that you're this, this, and this. And if they say, okay, then I'll change, then great. If they say, no, get stuffed, that's who I am. Then that's what it is. It's crazy to me that people think that the person they're with has to be perfect. No, it's just selfish. The person that you're with, that you love, has to be somebody that you're with and that you love. Whoever they are, whatever they are. And if you don't love them, you shouldn't be with them. You shouldn't try and change them. You just shouldn't. Like, that's just stupid. It really is. Oh, wild child. But I'll soon tame them. Okay, selfish person. Why don't you tame yourself? Say, look, this is a wild child. I'm going to have to accept that. I don't see what's wrong with that. So I rambled, didn't I? But to me, and probably only to me, I don't care. It makes sense. You need to do the right thing. Like there's always a right thing and a wrong thing. That's it. There's a right thing to do and a wrong thing to do. If you want to keep doing the wrong thing, you're going to end up getting the wrong thing done to you. If you want to keep doing the right thing, you're going to get the right thing done to you, but life might be a little bit boring and a little bit wearing because you're not always going to get the right thing done to you. That's just life at the moment. I want to live in a world where I don't have to fear somebody looking at me and having a go at me because they don't like themselves. I don't want to live in that world anymore. That's a crazy world. If you don't see a beautiful person looking at you, not because I want to be a beautiful person. It's not about that. Absolutely, it's not about that. Not because I want to be a powerful person, I want to be in charge of anyone. It's not about that. It's because I know who I am. I know who I am. And I want to talk to somebody who knows who they are. So when they look at me, they don't get upset. They don't get triggered. Because I'm here to be the activator. I'm here to be the agitator. I'm here to be the mirror, not for my good. It's not for my good. God, mom, dad, love, universe, whatever. They want a beautiful, peaceful, loving, caring world. That's what they want. Excuse me. And if you can't see that that's what I want, that's what I want. Like you look at me and you start shouting and screaming because I want a caring, peaceful, loving world because love, the power, God, the universe, mom and dad, whatever. That's what they want. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get that. If you can't see that in me, then there's something wrong with you, not me. It's not, it really isn't me. I don't care what you say, it really isn't me. I'm telling you, I just want to be your friend. I just want a world full of peace, love, harmony. That's it. If you rant and raving, still now, I can see some still go. "Argh." Sorry, I can't help you. I can't help you. There is something in your mind that doesn't see me, that doesn't recognize me, that doesn't understand me. Like the words that are coming out of my mouth, I want to live in a world full of love, peace, and harmony. And you're still upset. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So it can't be me. It can't be me. I can't be the problem. Apart from the fact, listen, apart from the fact that you don't want that. That's it. I can hear you shouting and screaming. Seriously, I want this world. You're arguing, shouting, jumping up and down, which means you don't want it. Don't say you do. You don't want it. Otherwise, you'd be agreeing with me and not shouting and screaming at me. You'd agree. You want a loving world? Peaceful? Harmony? You want that? You want everyone to be a friend? If you do, stop shouting and screaming at me because that's what I want. Oh, excuse me. Oh, you don't want to believe in God, mum and dad, universe, love. You think you can have that world without that all conquering power, whatever it is, however it's comes across. I don't know, not all conquering. Well, love conquers also, is all conquering, but not in the sense that you probably take it. So you want that world that I'm talking about, but without a powerful being overseeing it. But isn't that how we had the Matrix? Like, if there was a God, why is the world like this? No, they're your words. People like you saying those sort of things. If there is a God, why is the world like this? Why did this happen? Why does that happen? Why does that happen? Why did I have to go through what I went through? Why did 144,000 people have to go what they went through? Does that stop me believing in God? No. That just makes me believe. And I don't go, oh, it's the devil. I just go, no, it's other people. It's other people. It's people who have, listen, it's people that have free will. Remember, free will. I want to be a good person. I want to be a bad person. You go through, you go through life as that person. And you get what you get. You get what you get. Might take a few years. How long did Hitler last? That's if he didn't, escape and run away and hide. But how long did what he want last? How long did all of the things that he did last? How did those people who did those things suffer? Not all of them, because some of them tried to run away and they were found and done for war crimes and blah, 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 which is basically, basically what you should be charged with. No, crimes against humanity, not war crimes. Although, yeah, spiritual war, earthly war, could be crime. This could be war crimes. But crimes against humanity, that's what you should be charged with. Those people at the top who've been doing it for thousands of years. Crimes against humanity. Wow, that's going to take some punishment, that is. So, I've warned you. I've given you notice of whatever all the other words are, I don't know. However you want to take it. If you want to take it like I'm a really bad person, I'm trying to, make sure that you behave in a certain way and I'm, blah, 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 then fine. But if you want to take it like, well, I'm a very caring person who doesn't want to see you suffer any more than you have to, so I'd rather you did it this way, then, that's how it's supposed to be taken. Confirmation. So please, if you want to hate me, hate me. I don't care. If you want to love me. I don't care. Remember, I don't do it for likes. I don't do it for subs. I do it just to tell you the truth. And at some point, you'll know that all of what I've been saying, every single thing that I've been saying is true. Every single thing. And more and more people will know that. You were just the first to get, the messages and think that I'm crazy. Ciao. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.